Hello my beautiful lovelies. Hi, it's Emmy. Welcome back. Today I'll be doing another vintage gadget test. If you've missed the previous two videos, I shall direct you to the playlist up above, which will also include some other gadgetry, including some appliances and egg-related items. And if you like these kinds of tests, be sure to like this video so I know it. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So one of my favorite things to do is to go picking. I love going to yard sales and flea markets and looking for little treasures. So in my little exploits, I've been collecting little vintage kitchen items so I could share them with you. So today's first item will be this. And it actually comes in its original packaging, and it's the Acme Twin Curl Cutter. This is dated from 1935, so it's quite old, and actually has the directions. So here is the item. And as I was reading the directions, I noticed that one piece was missing. There's a little piece that goes in the end here that helps to twirl this. So I actually made a handle out of a clothespin to make this thing work. So this is basically a garnish item, and it makes a curl of potato or any other kind of root vegetable that you can kind of impale this in. But it will be much clearer once I actually demonstrate it for you. So I've got myself a russet potato and a sweet potato. I'm gonna cut the ends off of both sides. So now you see why this handle is pretty important, and it's twisting pretty easily. Oops, I spoke too soon, because now it's not working, because I effed it up. So now what's happened is this thing is cracked, and now it's not going in. Rats. Let's see what else I can do. Maybe I can use my scissors. I'm going to use my scissors and grip this part with my scissors. Oh, there it is. It's coming to the bottom. Okay. So now what I'm supposed to do is, that didn't work. Let's try again. See, now I can't, how do I get the curl out? So it should just come out, but it's not coming out. So I'm gonna see if I can cut it out, because I want to see the results. And I can actually see the curl inside, which is, oh, beautiful actually. Look at that, that's beautiful. Now let's get the one out of the potato out. So there's supposed to be some kind of way to do this without actually having to break your potato, but I couldn't get it to come out. So twist one, and they should uncorkscrew. That's actually pretty stinking amazing. Look at that. That's pretty amazing. So once you get it started and you figure out which one's which, you can really uncoil them pretty easily. Now you can take these two and twist them together. So that worked mostly. I just needed a better handle, not a wooden one, but a metal one. And I need to figure out a way to take this out without having to cut this. Although, you know, you could still use this. You could stuff it with cheese or something and bake that. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve to use this gadget, but I think after a little bit of practice, making something like this probably wouldn't be so difficult. All right. So the next item I have is this, and this is a little decorative chopper. It creates this little decorative pattern when you slice your potatoes or carrots. I think this date's also from the 1930s or 1940s. It's kind of awkward to slice. But there you go, you get this kind of waffle cut. It's pretty thick though. These would probably make really great home fries if they're deep fried or sauteed or even baked. So I'm slicing it this way. I'm gonna give it a 90-degree turn to see if I can get kind of waffle pattern. Yes, so there you go, you get kind of a waffle cut. Yes, there we go, score! And you get this kind of see-through waffle pattern. Cute. The next one I have is this, and this is called the Ideal Food Chopper. So it has a little poem on here. I'm your quick cut, tried and true. You'll be amazed by what I can do. I'll chop your eggs and onions neat for biscuits and pastry. I can't be beat. I'll chop your fruits and vegetables for salads or a hash. You'll use up all your leftovers, so you'll be saving cash. I'm the cutter for chopping nuts, for cookies, cakes, and candy. I'm very sharp, so please take care. It's that makes me handy. Easy to use and clean, light to handle. And it says there's the tooth edge and the plain edge. The one here is the plain edge. This is quick cut on the top there. Very nicely made, all stainless steel. Very sturdy construction. It looks just like a biscuit cutter or a cookie cutter, but it does have a bit of a honed edge on it. I have to say I am skeptical how well this is going to chop, although it does feel very sturdy. I'm going to try cutting some bread here, just see how it does. Super easy, like butter. Let's see how well it chops. So something soft like bread, it chops really easily. All right. So in the poem it said hash. I'm going to try cutting up my leftover potatoes and see what happens. That actually works really well. I'm impressed. This actually works better than the chopper that I had in my last video, the 3-prong thingy. That spring-loaded one, that was really strange. This is really simple. Let's see if we can use it on a big chunk of potato. Yeah, sort of. The shape of this is, of course, is a circle, so your chops aren't going to be straight. But if you're just going to make like a salad or something, this might actually work. I think this would actually be a pretty safe way for young kids to do some chopping. Great. Let's try one more test. Let's try some peanuts. It works pretty well. I mean, the peanuts aren't even flying everywhere. This is great. I like this thing a lot. Look. So this works pretty well. It still remains a bit of a unitasker for me. I can still do this with my knife, so I don't see this being an addition into my kitchen, but I am impressed by how well it works. The quick chopper, like it. So my last gadget is this one. Any idea what this one might be? This almost looks like a mini version of something that would be pulled behind a tractor. It says press thumb here. Doesn't really do anything here, but you can push this out and that happens. So this is an herb chopper, but it can also be used to make pasta. Some cilantro here. It's not working all that well. It's kind of just mangling it. Maybe have to use a little bit more pressure. Yeah, it's having a hard time getting through the stems of the cilantro. It's kind of making more of a paste rather than a mince. It does smell quite nice. Cilantro, that is. All right, so if you keep going, it is getting a little bit bunched up in the blades, but it's kind of working. So you have to separate this. And yeah, it kind of works. I'm gonna go rinse this off. I just ran that under the faucet and it cleaned up pretty well. I'm gonna take this piece of bread, I'm gonna flatten it out with a rolling pin to make some quick pie dough. Now that my bread is super thin, let's see how well this works as a pasta cutter. It works all right. I mean, it didn't cut all the way through, but I could use more pressure. Yeah, it works all right. Look, it makes kind of fettuccine. Yeah, not so great. It doesn't roll that well. This is old and a little bit rusty. I think in its prime, it probably would have rolled a lot better. This certainly won't be replacing anything I have in my kitchen already. But there you go, an herb chopper pasta maker. So that was another vintage gadget test. Let me know in the comments if there's any particular gadgets or items that you'd like to see me test or try out. And be sure to check out my other channel if you're at all interested in beekeeping. I recently picked it up this past spring and it's been so much fun. I've been making bee vlogs, kind of recording my experience as a first-year beekeeper, and it has been so much fun. So be sure to check it out if you want to see what's happened in my hive and what I've learned. Be sure to share this video with your friends and follow me on social media. And I shall see you in my next video. Toodaloo, take care, bye!